All right, time for us to get funky. Today we're talking about the Dirty Dozen Brass Band. They are a funk and bebop group that uses traditional New Orleans style Dixieland jazz, but not really. They all got started as members of the Fairview Baptist Church Marching Band in New Orleans, and they kind of think of themselves like gumbo. Talked about that in the Ken Burns Jazz series, but they think of themselves like gumbo because they've got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and gumbo is kind of a catch-all for you throw whatever you have in the pot, and then it's everybody comes together and eats it, and it's more about being together than actually eating. So they made their very first album in 1984. And that's what this particular tune is from. This is one of their most famous. They're called the Dirty Dozen Brass Band because of the Dirty Dozen Social and Pleasure Club in New Orleans. Typically, they feature 7 players. The band can get bigger or smaller depending on if they're on tour or the size of the venue, but typically they have 7 players in their dozen brass bands. Sometimes 8, but mostly 7. So during the mid-90s, they're still going strong, and they actually went on tour and were the opening act in 1995 for the Black Crowes. So if you went to see a Black Crowes concert, you would get a double whammy because you also got to see the Dirty Dozen Brass Band. I would pay for a ticket. A year later, 1996, they actually were in a feature film with Steve Martin called Sergeant Bilko. It's based on an older TV show, but yeah, very funny. Steve Martin's just amazing. They were also later featured on the second season of an HBO show that was filmed in New Orleans called Treem, and that was the area of New Orleans was called that. But they featured the players from the Dirty Dozen Brass Band on that show. They've been playing a lot together since 1977. And surprisingly enough, they've never won a Grammy Award. They're phenomenal, fantastic. They sell tons of recordings. Whatever the magic is that gets you that little statue, they've never come up with that. I really don't think they care, frankly. Because when you watch them play, you'll see what I mean. These guys are really fun. I would love to get the chance to see them live someday.
I'm asking you to make a donation
so we don't have to
September
listen to the
FEC
donation.
deadline so that we
No,
can
we don't want to do that. Here we go. This is the Dirty Dozen Brass Band. 1991, Golden Gate Park.
So right now we're going to do My Feet Can't Fail Me Now. Everybody say My Feet Can't Fail Me Now.
Can't fail me now.
Say My Feet Can't Fail Me Now.
I don't think these
One
people
more
are
time, and
practicing
you say, "My
social
feet can't fail me
distancing.
now." Here we go. Come on, everybody, put y'all hands together. Come on. Put your hands together. Gonna do it like we do it down in the Crescent City. Here we go. Well, my feet can't fail me now. 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 Yeah, my feet can't fail me now.
You got the lyrics? You can sing along with them? So this isn't the most complicated piece of music, but it's fun. They have a really great time when they play. I could just imagine being down in New Orleans and seeing them walking down the street doing this, and just everybody would be dancing and having a great old party. So, okay, go check them out. If you like what you hear, go down the rabbit hole on the side of YouTube and listen to some more, because there's lots of great stuff from the Dirty Dozen Brass Band. Okay, talk to you soon.